Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a knack for making money while others struggle to get by? Do you want to learn how to make your money work for you instead of the other way around? Well, you're in luck because in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 5 money lessons from the psychology of money that I found most life-changing. These lessons improved my financial life and also helped me to live a happier and more meaningful life. So if you're ready to transform your life and your finances, make sure you watch till the end and let's get started with lesson number 1, no one's crazy. We're all different people who are shaped by our different upbringings and experiences in life. So naturally, our money decisions will be greatly different as well. This lesson taught me not to judge others and their money decisions. NBA superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo earned over $3 million in his rookie year in the NBA, but his teammates shared funny stories about him being extremely frugal, trying to split the bill with them at McDonald's, or when he would carry boxes of free food from the players' lounge to take home so he could save money. This is because, unlike his teammates, Giannis grew up poor in Greece, where him and his family did not have much growing up and didn't always have 3 meals a day ready to eat. Despite becoming an NBA star, his habits were shaped by his experiences early in life, even after becoming a millionaire basketball player. This is also the reason that on average in America, low-income earners buy the most lottery tickets. They spend up to $400 a year on average on lottery tickets. To a rational person, that may seem crazy, but to them, winning the lottery can be a sign of hope or a lifeline that can get them out of their situation. If you want a summary of all the lessons in this book, make sure to check out my video above called The Ultimate Summary Guide for the Psychology of Money. Now, on to lesson number 2, freedom. Growing up, I always wanted the shiny new car, the big fancy house, and I was hell-bent on trying to make enough money so I could do that. But this lesson on freedom made me realize the greatest thing money can offer us is the ability to control our time, the ability to do what we want, with who we want, and for as long as we want. That feeling is truly priceless. The author Morgan Housel has a great story about Carl Pillimer, who interviewed 1,000 elderly Americans to understand what their most valuable lessons in life were. And to my surprise, he wrote that not even a single person out of the 1,000 talked about working hard to make money, to buy things you want will make you happy. They didn't think that having more wealth than the people around you made you more successful or more important. But what a lot of them valued was relationships, like having great friends, being part of something bigger than themselves, like a community, and spending quality time with their family, and most importantly, their kids. I definitely took the advice of these older people seriously, and I'm focusing on making decisions in my life that can set me up for financial freedom so I can spend time doing things I enjoy. Lesson number 3, make saving a habit. This lesson is a simple but important one. With more people than ever living paycheck to paycheck, the importance of saving money cannot be overstated. Many people think to meet their expenses, they need to work more and they need to make more money. But it can be easier to cut back on your spending versus trying to raise your income. The author talks about understanding your spending habits because after a certain threshold, are you spending to have material objects and status symbols so you can have external validation from other people? Because we can spend less if we desire less, and we can desire less by raising our self-esteem, by caring less about what others think of us, and by focusing our spendings on things that align with our values. The tips on saving money are also great from this book. To develop good saving habits, we can set up automatic contributions from our account and time it to when we get paid so the money automatically goes into our savings account. I know this lesson changed my spending habits as I'm now focusing on saving more money. Lesson number 4, the power of compounding. Compounding is something that many of us misunderstand, and we underestimate its power. The most mind-blowing fact from this book came from this lesson. Warren Buffett is worth approximately $84 billion, but $81 billion of that net worth came after his 65th birthday. That is crazy. The world considers Warren Buffett to be the greatest investors of all time, but many of us overlook the fact that he has been investing consistently for a long time, since he was a young kid. He has successfully used the power of time and compound interest to build his insane net worth. If he had started investing in his 30s and retired in his 60s, his fortune would not be anything close to what it is. In fact, we may not even have heard of him. When we invest, many of us spend a long time thinking about how much to invest and what to invest in. But the important thing is to start investing early. Just get started. Even if the amounts you invest are small, let time and compounding work its magic. Good investing isn't necessarily about earning the highest returns, because the highest returns tend to be one-off that can't be repeated. It's about earning pretty good returns that you can stick with and which can be repeated for the longest period of time. That's when compounding runs wild. Lesson number 5, the seduction of pessimism. Us humans are wired to focus more on the negative than the positive. Maybe it's due to how we evolved. It became a survival strategy. The author makes a great point that pessimism just sounds more smarter than optimism. If someone tells us that everything is going to be great, we're probably going to be skeptical or sussed out. But if someone tells us something bad or dangerous is going to happen, chances are we're probably going to be listening to them. We feel the same way about money and money decisions. In the short term, we hear stocks are more volatile, and that's common. But in the long term, at least in the US stock market, they've performed great, and generally the market has gone up over time. But the majority of news we hear is about impending crashes or the market's not doing well. We generally remember the pessimism better than the optimism. We are less likely to hear about stocks going up and doing great, and way more likely to hear about stocks being down and the impending doom and gloom that's on the horizon. Pessimism also reduces expectations. It narrows the gap between possible outcomes and the outcomes you feel good about. That's why it's so seductive. I learned a lot from this lesson. I learned not to focus too much on the negatives, to avoid watching the news, and to stay the course with my investing. These are the lessons that I found the most life-changing from the psychology of money. I've read the book several times, and each time I read it, I find something new. If you would like to know more about money and investing and want to dig deeper into how our psychology impacts it, make sure you get yourself a copy of the book. Also, let me know down in the comments below which lesson you related with the most. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There's more such content on the way. Till next time.